Woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Tied my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's all right. And that's the only way to make an honest day's pay.
Well, guys, I hope you can hear me all right. Trying to get my podcast back up and going. Like I said, my name is Mike. I am with Coal Region Discontent. If you already didn't know, I run a page on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Coal Region Discontent. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm on TikTok. But I figure I can talk. I just need a subject to talk about. But today, just for the introductory, I'd just like to let you know, what I do. I do a lot of commentary. I do a lot of video recordings of accidents and whatnot. I do a lot of community outreach and advertising, and I make cooking videos. I do restaurant reviews, but purpose of today's episode is to just let you know I get to the reason why I do what I do, because I'm not afraid to, for one thing. But figured I'd give it a try. I figured people should be informed about things, and there's other people that do it around here, so try. I like They ask why I do what I do, because I do a lot of things. I have a Christmas contest coming up. I did a pumpkin painting thing. I have some other things that I have in mind that are going to be coming up. I just have some guests on things, but the best part about the things that I do is meeting people. I get to meet people. I get to meet our state senators, our state representatives, our local representatives, our people that run your everyday life, when it comes to taxes and things like that. I get to meet business owners. I mean, I get to promote businesses. I do food reviews, and some people will be like, if I give a bad review, it cuts down on people. But if nobody says anything about what somebody's doing wrong or what some people think, then they don't know they're doing them wrong. I hear so many complaints when it comes to restaurants and things like that, and nobody ever tells me that they told them about it. I always say, did you tell the restaurant about it? Because if they don't know they're doing wrong, then how do they know they're doing wrong? Right? But it also gets promoted. Some people don't know some of these places exist. Some people thought about going there, don't know what it looks like inside, don't know what the menu's like, don't know if the food's any good, anything. And they don't want to try unless they hear it from somebody. So I try. It's to promote them. It's never to do any harm. I've only ever given really like one or two bad reviews, and I have found that in this in this area, the place people love to eat is the mountain they will die on. Like there is no other argument. I hate having those kind of arguments. I started my whole page as a political thing and stuff, but I tried to stay away from it. I didn't want to I didn't want to. Let me see, make sure I'm on the right. I was just hoping that you guys can hear me well if I'm talking loud enough. But anyway, I was just making sure that the audio was all right, guys. Like I said, I get to meet people. It's not that I just get to meet business owners, but I get to meet everyday people. And like I said, I like kids, so I do the pumpkin painting thing for free. I get donated from Wolfgang Poultry and Produce. They always donate the pumpkins, and I do the Christmas decorating contest. It gets the local businesses involved. They donate the prizes. The people, submit their pictures in Northumberland County and the surrounding counties, and then everybody gets to vote on it, gets their mind away from things, gives them something to be involved in. I actively look for positive things. I mean, what gets more traction on social media and everything else is negative things like fires, shooting, stabbings, accidents. People like negativity for some reason and act like they don't in the comments, but those are the ones that they'll click on, they'll share. Like my viral video, it was only a 16-second video that of a tractor trailer hitting a vehicle that drove right into their path, didn't stop at the stop sign or nothing. That's at almost 2 million views now, and understand it. Like I said, I do cooking videos too. It was actually started as a joke. It was because a lot of people told me I was doing food reviews and I always go out to eat because I don't know how to cook, which could be farther from the truth. I know how to cook. I just don't like to do dishes. It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't like dishes. I don't know, but I do them. And I just, I started them out. Some people liked them, and now people ask for recipes and stuff like that. It's not like I'm a master chef or anything, but a lot of people don't know that I did work at a restaurant when I was a teenager at Original Italian Pizza here in Trevorton, PA. It's not even there anymore. But anyway, so I'm going to try to have some guests on here. Maybe some musicians, some business owners. I'm doing this mostly through Zoom because I don't really have a studio because I don't have money from all this. Maybe I could give some businesses some shout outs. You never know. We could pick up sponsors along the way. Right now, currently in Facebook, we're only at 18,000 followers, but we're going up. And YouTube, we're not even at 1,000 followers, but we're trying. I'm gonna try and get some more people on board because, like I said, I work a job, so during the day I miss a lot of stuff, and I just, I try to keep people informed. I don't try to just do like accidents or scanner calls or anything like that. I actually try to be out in the community. I have a voice and I'm not afraid to say things. If I think something's stupid, it's stupid. I mean, that's literally what the saying is on any of my shirts, on my page, anything. It says act stupid, get treated accordingly. If I think something's stupid, I'm gonna call somebody out on it. So uh right now we're getting closer to the holidays. I'm gonna try to find out who restaurants that are open because a lot of people don't cook on the holidays. A lot of people don't have family they go to. I don't. I will be cooking for me and my daughter and her boyfriend. I will be doing the whole meal thing because I like leftovers. So I'm obviously a big guy, you know. But tradition means a lot to me and a lot and to a lot of other people. I always eat around like noontime. We always have the turkey. We always have the normal stuff. I try to mix it up a little bit, and I just I just try to spread cheer, like I said, with the Christmas decorating contest. A lot of people put a lot of time into their stuff, and then it always becomes an argument. Like, oh, the money people have this and that and the other thing. And you wouldn't believe it that the first house that won on my very first contest, because this is the third year that we're doing it, the very first house that won was just a plain Jane house. Had some like white lights around it or something. And that was the top prize. That year we only raised about, I think, $600, $500 in prizes for first, second, and third. And the second year we were up to almost $3,500 in prizes, thanks to some of our sponsors like, Aaron's Incorporated out there in Cole Township, the plumbing outlet, this year's Cole Region Winery, all the local restaurants like Two Guys from Italy, Palmer's, the Sweet Tooth Dining Room Cafe. I think that's what it's called down on Independence Street. A lot of local businesses like to participate in these kind of things. They like to give out, man. Everybody always has problems with local businesses. And like I said, there's always a saying that goes like a local business messes up your order once, you don't go back to them, but McDonald's does it 1,000 times and you'll keep going back to them. But I like to promote ones, like Detail by Mike. He's a very passionate car detailer and he takes time. He's really, really into the details. He said it's all in the details. And I'll tell you what, he does a great job. He's another one of the sponsors this year. But I would like if anybody would ever have ideas for discussion topics. I mean, really, I could just sit here all day and just talk about nonsense. There's a recent thing that's coming up that they're going to be raising our taxes around our county 5 mils. They're petitioning the court to do it to go above the statutory limit or whatever. So people are unhappy about that since next year they're going to be having a countywide property value reassessment, which hasn't been done in our area since 1972. That's 52 years ago. So just imagine with inflation and property values and everything that went up. So that's going to bring up the taxes quite a bit. Now, this is all from the commissioners. All the commissioners were against it when they were running for commissioner. Vinny Clousey said that it was a bad idea because it would just give them an open checkbook to schools and municipalities and the county and everybody else, including the state, to be able to raise taxes. Now, in our area, it's not like the wages are going to go up to meet that demand. What it's going to do is, in my opinion, it's going to burden the everyday workforce, the working person, the homeowner. It's like they want you to not own your home. They don't want you to. I mean, property taxes are crazy. And you know what else? It's going to cost business owners it because it's going to be property taxes. Business owners are going to have to start charging more. They can't exactly pay more. They might even have to lay people off. You never know what kind of repercussions these things will have. And we're all hoping for this next president coming in to do a better job than what happened in the last 4 years. You can say what you want on either side of the aisle. It was a bad 4 years. I mean, inflation was at an all-time high. There was just bad things going on all over the place. And then they didn't even have a primary on the Democratic side, and they just put somebody in there, and then they didn't win. Um, Support for Donald Trump was great. A lot of people, he won the popular vote and the Electoral College. You know, they got the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Hopefully they do good with it. I'm hoping for good things. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't guarantee anything. Nobody can guarantee anything. Something could happen. You know, war could break out. Anything could happen. Look at what happened in his first presidency with COVID-19. Although that was a lot bigger hype. I don't know. I'll try not to get into that, but it just seems like weird that, you know, like CNN had a death ticker on their screen 24 hours a day of COVID deaths and stuff like that, all the way up until the inauguration of Joe Biden. And then that day it was gone. Nobody remembers that, you know. And the media is already attacking just like they were before. They, you know, take everything and anything out of context that they can. They never put the whole quote. They never put the rest of the story, nothing. It's all clickbait because it's dying. I mean, mainstream media is dying. I mean, they're probably glad that Donald Trump got elected because now they'll have something to talk about. What are they going to do when he can't be president anymore? They're going to have him to talk about. Their ratings are going to go down. I mean, but enough with the politics stuff because I know you guys don't like that. I don't like to argue politics with people because I realize that people stay in their respective sides with that. It doesn't matter what you say. You're not going to change their mind about anything. I have a whole lot of views, but I don't make my politics my identity. So, but I'm a real person. A lot of people say I don't do anything. It's so easy to do what I do in this. Well, I mean, I'm actually there. I go there. I do things. I mean, if you want to do it better, go ahead. But I'm working towards something. I'm trying to, and I try to get other people involved because you can't go anywhere alone. You have to take certain people with you. You have to take some people with you. I'm just really hoping that it takes off because I really want to be able to inform people. This is, you know, a passion of mine. I like to dig into things. I like to report things, and I'm not afraid to say certain things. I've never been afraid to say anything. And every time I bring up a controversial subject and people are mad at me on one side and people not mad on the other side, I bring it up to shed light on it. I don't try to pick battles too much. If it's something I'm passionate about, yeah. If I feel like it's right or wrong, I'm gonna be there. I don't understand what's going on with my camera right now, but like I said, let me move forward here because it's trying to capture behind me or something. Anyway, but if you guys ever have any suggestions for a topic or anything like that, you can always reach out. I'm Coal Region Discontent at gmail.com. You can always find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Coal Region Discontent. You know, it's because of you guys that I have followers like this, and everything I do get, I try to put back into it. And I always try to answer followers. I mean, you can always subscribe to the Facebook channel, and if you have a company that wants a shout out or something or wants to talk about it, I can make videos about it. I'm going and learning how editing and stuff like that, and you never know, I may get somebody else on my team that can help me with it. I will do that. I try to promote small businesses. Small businesses are the backbone of our country. They make up like 60% of our GDP. It's not the big ones like Walmart and all that. It will, you know, everything's convenient at Walmart. Everything is. It's there. But yeah, that's me. I like to I really do. I like to be around people. I like to know things. I like to meet the people that are behind the scenes. I like to meet the politicians. I like to meet up and coming artists. I like to see things. I like to cover community events because I feel like community should be a strong thing. It used to be a really strong thing. I got my views and opinions that you'll hear on this show, and It doesn't bother me, just like it doesn't bother me when somebody tries to bring up my past. I don't have I don't have a squeaky clean past. I don't. I just don't. And that's okay because um they say people can't change or they'll never change. A lot of people preach change. Like, I want them to change, I want them to get help, I want them to do this. In fact, politicians do it all the time to get money from the state and money from the federal government to do all these programs. And then when you go through these programs that don't exactly have the best rates in accomplishment, but they have a big recidivism rate. But then as soon as the person does change, and as soon as the person wants to do something, like we had it, look at Joe Lashinsky out there in Shamokin. He was on the Shamokin City Council, and the DA, the former DA, had him removed because of past that happened 16 years ago. So now, granted, maybe some things were said that shouldn't be said, and some things happen, but people grow, people change. But they tout change, they tout that they want you to do things, and then as soon as you do, and you start trying to do something that's not what they want you to do, then they start bringing up your past. It's like looking for me at a house I used to live in. I don't live there anymore. People can change. People do change, but it's up to the person. You can't force people to change. You can't force people into rehab. I mean, you can put them in rehabs and maybe they'll see the light, maybe they won't. But you know what has to happen for people to change? The pain has to outweigh the gain. In any way you look at that, if it's on a triple beam scale, a pain outweighs the gain. Change is inevitable, right? So people can be better people, whether it's criminals, drugs, anything like that. There can be people. Now, some people choose not to change, and they choose that's the lifestyle they want, and God bless them. I wish the best for them. I hope that maybe they will change. But I've changed. I've changed. If you ask anybody from my past, if they would have thought that I would be interviewing police officers, DA candidates, state representatives, getting known by name on a good way with the local police and stuff like that, and being with any of our supervisors, anything. If you would have asked anybody about my past, if I would have ever done anything like that, they would have said no. Oh my God, no. But here I am. And I'm trying to make a difference in the area. I always try to work towards things. If there's a good cause and I can support it and be behind it and help out in some way or another, like I said, I like to support local businesses. If I can send people their way, I certainly will. If I could do this full time, I feel like I could do more. There's always something going on in our area. There's always things going on. Everybody plays like a victim, though. I'm not a fan of that either, if you want to know the truth. I'm jumping all around the subjects right here because I don't have a subject to talk. I'm just testing the waters with the podcast again, just to see if I can bring it back. I'm sure I can. I can use the Zoom thing and do remotely things, and sooner or later I'll have a studio set up because I'm optimistic. I don't play the victim. I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody for my past but me. If I have problems, financial problems, anything like that, it's me. I made the decisions. I play the cards the way I play them. Because I'm not a fan of people that are always, well, it's not my fault. It's because this law, it's because my probation officer, it's because this job did this, because they did that. No. Your life is what you make it. Your choices, the way you do things, not the way other people do things. I mean, look at me. If I'm strapped for cash or something like that, it's because I spent cash on stuff I shouldn't have spent it on. If I make poor decisions, I'm going to get poor outcomes. But I keep moving on because I believe that any progress is progress. I don't care if it's an inch at a time. I had 200 followers on my Facebook account on Coal Region Discontent for a year, about a year before I even got up to 500. And I just kept pushing, man. I just kept listening to the people because I try to listen to the people. And people have all these things that they think are correct. I look into things before I go and say something about it. If I have an opinion about it already, then I'll put it out there. Like the thing with the taxes, I just put something out there. It can make people mad, whatever. And I get it. We need taxes, I guess. for certain things, but a lot of people want to see more return in their taxes. And it's not just to pay for all these extra things that the county decides they need. Then we pay we property tax for one thing is one thing I don't feel right about. If you own something, you should own it, but you don't own it. They can come take you could have $400 in back taxes and they can take your $80,000 home. How is that right in any way? Doesn't make any sense. And then just the rate of pay doesn't add up. The wages aren't going to add up to the taxes that they're going to impose. And it's because we're a depressed area. The tax laws already aren't welcoming to new businesses. There's a good workforce, but we don't have, especially around the local area here, like Shamokin or Mount Carmel, Trevorton, Axinus, Elysburg. There's no like public transportation. So if you don't have a license, you don't have a car, you don't really have options. And that was another thing I was an advocate for. Why couldn't they have a public transit state? I'm not talking LATs. I'm not talking Rabbit. I'm not talking to things that you can only ride for free if on welfare and things like that. I'm talking about a regular that travels to in the industrial parks, to the jobs, around work times, not to Walmart, not to anything like that, to work. Maybe give people the tools they can use to help themselves. Always an advocate for those kind of things. I always try to give back to the community. I always try to help the community in any way, and these small businesses, because they help me and they help you. Hopefully this year is going to be a success. 2025, I'm hoping is going to look better. I got some things. I'm hoping to keep this going. I really am. Making some more cooking videos. I got some other people. I got people that we're going to do some things on smokers. I'm going to start doing some, maybe some wine testing. I don't know. I don't really like wine, but I did try one from Coal Region Winery that I like. It was a hibiscus wine. It was really good. Really good. I'm no angel. I know some people think like I try to act like I'm squeaky clean. I'm not squeaky clean at all. I'm just like you. I got a mortgage. I got debt. I got student loan debt. I got all kinds of stuff. I don't ask anybody else to do that things for me. I don't even take help when it's offered. In fact, when I do food reviews, if somebody reaches out to me and asks for a food review and be like, oh, they'll pay for it, I usually pretty much 99% of the time do not accept it. I don't even want to tell people when I'm coming to review the restaurant because I want to be treated like any everyday customer. It's getting a little harder now that my face is more known, but I'm trying to branch out of the area. And I know the name on the pages is Coal Region Discontent, but I don't just cover the Coal Region. It just happens to where I live, so that I try to give back and I cover this a lot more, but I cover national stuff. I go out of the area. We went to East Palestine last year. Was it last year? The year before? It was a year and a half ago when they had the train derailment. We took donated water from our area out there, and I covered out there. And that was on the YouTube channel. We're on YouTube. Got some good views on that. I try to cover everything. Anything that's in the news. I've been slacking a lot lately. Sometimes it's hard to find motivation. I'm only human. But I try to keep up with information. There's a lot of people that depend on me for information. Some people reach out asking if I know something about this, and I answer back. I may have 18,000 followers, but when I get messages, I answer back. And I build up a trust in the community. Like I'm not a 501(c)(3) or C3 or whatever nonprofit thing, but I still get donated to for the Christmas contest because they know I'm going to use it right. They know I'm going to do that, and it feels good to feel like that. And there's a lot of people that act like they don't care if people feel like, but they do. You want people to trust you. You want people to trust you. You want to get farther in life. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Don't complain then. It's like people that don't vote. I don't vote, but they complain about politicians. Well, if you didn't vote, then I don't want to hear you complain. I don't really care. You need to get involved or don't complain. You need to do something yourself. Now, granted, there's elderly people and stuff. They can't do anything, but you're supposed to be helping them. People that are down on the luck poor, maybe you can help them finding jobs. That's why they have job fairs. Like Northumberland County Career Link, they always have job fairs. I always put it up too, every single time. I want people to better themselves. I love seeing people win. I don't hate on anybody for trying anything. I mean, I've been told all the time, like, what do you think about like another newscaster around here, like Hobot? They ask what do I think about him doing this, the other thing with this hot sauce and his wine and trying new thing. I think it's great. I think he should branch out. He's an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Should be branching out, trying new things. You got to change or you die. know. But if you guys have any suggestions, like I said, I had an offer from a band that was gonna come on. I was gonna talk to them. They actually did a cover of a punk cover, screamo cover, whatever you want to call it, of "What Hurts the Most" by Rascal Flatts. It's really cool. I kind of like it. Um, but any other artists, DJs, new if you have a new business open, if you have an old business that you need to get more word out, if you got specials coming up, you're making some changes, anything. You have a subject you want to talk about? Like I said, I can talk about all kinds of subjects. Usually I am looking in all kinds of different news sources. I look from Fox to CNN to the news item to the daily item to just people randomly on the street. I reach out to people I know that know what's going on. I'll probably try to have some people on here that I've had on before. And let's just grow together, guys. You know, like I said, the holidays are coming up, man. I hope everybody's that's lucky enough to have their family around will spend time with their family. I'm 38 years old. I don't have a mom or a dad. My mom's been gone for 5 years, and my dad's been gone for 7 years. And I like to see that people, were with their families and have traditions that they still carry on because it seems like our generation is losing traditions, losing the will to help each other. And I'd like to bring that back. I like the fact that it used to be a really hardworking area around here. People were always looking for jobs. Somebody was always working. But we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about anytime. Now, these things are pre-recorded for the moment. We're going to try and figure some things out once I get some studio equipment. You never know. If I get some sponsors, maybe we'll buy some studio equipment. Maybe we'll rent a place and get a good studio going. Try to make this an everyday thing. It might just only be once a week thing for now. But as soon as I get more ideas, more information, a better stuff, and be able to have because I can't have guests in my studio right now. I mean, I could, I guess, but in my house, it'd be my house, not my studio. This is my little bit of a studio right now. I have some equipment, some cameras and stuff like that, but I'm gonna try to upgrade, guys. Moving forward, little by little, progress is progress, guys. I do a lot of this, the audio version. You're gonna be able to get the video too, but that's because I feel like I have like the face for radio, as they say it. So a lot of people take shots at me, but I don't care. I don't I don't know when it says act stupid, get treated corner. I don't know if that I don't I don't know if it gives the illusion that I care what people think about me, because I don't think that says it at all. I don't care and I will say whatever I'm going to say. Now I know the certain rules and the algorithms and stuff like that, so I may not say certain things. I can't say a lot of things online. Maybe I could start another group or something, but my page can't run a group right now because last year I shared a post from Facebook to Facebook, somebody that had puppies for sale. That almost got my page shut down. There was animal trafficking, all kinds of stuff. So on my Facebook page, if I don't share something about animals or GoFundMe's or anything like that, I just can't do it because I get flagged for it. There's certain rules that you have to abide by, especially when you're growing and they're watching you closely and you're being monetized or anything like that. And by monetization, that doesn't mean I'm making a whole lot of money. I make about what most people make in a week. I will make in a month if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. And most of that goes back into it. Like for the pumpkin thing, I bought the paints and the stencils and the candy and everything else. I try to put it right back into it to give back to the community. I'm going to try to use anything I get from sponsors, anything. I'm going to try to get new equipment so I can make new content for you guys. And you can always subscribe on the Facebook page. I think it's $1.99 or $2.99 a month. You don't get anything special. It's just a way to support me directly. My PayPal is on there, anything. I'm not begging for money. Whenever I bring those up, my PayPal account, I bring anything about subscribers or my store on Printified, like I'm begging for money. I'm not begging for money. I'm just saying because some people have reached out to me and say, hey, how can I support your channel? Everything's free. It's free information and stuff like that. So I don't understand how I'm not begging. None of the money like from the Christmas contest, anything like that gets to me personally. I mean, last year we gave out a 55-inch TV thanks to Aaron's on 901 there in Cole Township. I didn't even have a 55-inch TV at the time. I give those things away, man. I give all these gift certificates away for people to, some people win these things and never been to these places. I give these gift certificates out, and that's more business for them. It's a business, a small business promotional, man. It's a win-win. People get to do things, business gets promoted. Everybody gets to see the work that people put into their houses and everything. So I don't know. I just thought that this pilot episode here be good because I can go on. I got all kinds of opinions. You never know. We could just have some guests on here. We could ask them, like I said, if it's a business, if it's an artist, a musician, anything. Anybody who wants to reach out to me, they can. And hopefully we can get this thing going. I can start promoting other people because that's exactly what I like to do. Any other information that comes on as it comes, fires, accidents, anything in the news that's worthy of it, maybe we'll talk about some of the political stuff because I have points of view and it doesn't match up with some people, and some people might make me lose followers. It's whatever, man. We're growing, and the right people stick around. And you know what? My fan base that I've had, that my followers have been around. Most of them have been around for quite a while now, and they're solid. There's people in the comments and stuff like that that say all kinds of things, and I'm like, I don't even really respond to most of them. I used to because I used to let it get to me, and it doesn't get to me anymore. I let my followers that know me and that aren't dumb, I let them have at it. It's all right. Argue with them in the comments. And you're gonna make yourself look stupid. Like I said, act stupid, get treated accordingly. So hopefully works out and you guys like this, man. I can talk a lot. Like I said, I have a lot of information because I'm always constantly searching stuff. I mean, like just now, I just got a message from somebody asking to sponsor my Christmas contest. That's what I mean. That's what it's all about, man. So, but if you guys good, try this out. You guys will always share this. And like I said, when you're on Facebook, if you don't share and like the content, stop showing up in your feed. But if you like it, you comment, you share, it helps shake up the algorithm. It keeps me in your feed for one. It puts me in other people's feeds. When you share it, everything I do has to be organic because they won't recommend my page because of that puppy thing. It's weird. Their rules are changing on Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm trying to reach out to other platforms. I did have a podcast here before, but they changed so many times that all my episodes are deleted. Sometimes I'll upload interviews with politicians and stuff like that when they're running for office. And it's not because I support any one of them. If I do support them, I do, but it's not because I support them. It's because I feel like everybody should have an educated choice when they go to the ballot box. So I'm really hoping, as you can see, I'm using a backdrop, as you can see when I lean back, and it shows like little snippets of what's behind me. It's just because I don't have a studio right now. And I'm not sure what I want to do with it in my house. Uh I do keep the rooms open because I do have they may not live with me, but I do have kids and they have rooms here. So it's not like I'm going to steal one of their rooms. I have an attic, which is like a loft, which I might actually use. But that's hoping that we can set this thing up and take off, guys. So if you always make sure you reach out. Like I said, coalregiondiscontent@gmail.com. I have business cards. You can always reach me there. You can reach me on the Facebook page, Messenger. I will get back to you. No matter what it is, I will get back to you. If it's like GoFundMe and stuff like that, I can't really, I can put it in the comments and stuff, but I can't really put it as a post because then I get flagged and stuff like that. This is something I've been building a long time. It's been going on 4 years now or something like that. I know the bigger one around here, Hobot, he's got 90,000 followers. He started a year before me. Probably has the better name than me because Coal Region Discontent is hard to say. Thought about changing it to Coal Region Do, but it's already, people already know it. So, but don't get confused. It's not just about the coal region. I support the coal region. I'm proud of being in the coal region. I want to see the coal region do better. I want to see businesses do better. I want to see them inviting people to come in here and businesses to come in here and build the tax base and build things, get our roads paved and get things better around here. I do. So I shed light on issues and things like that. I want our schools to be better. I want our schools to not accept certain things like bullying and things like that. I don't care about your football teams and stuff like that. If you're good, that's great. That's good. It's not that I don't care about them, but the rest of your school should be good too. Should be no bullying, anything like that. We're also going to try to have some other segments on here. I got some ideas. Speaking of sports teams, somebody gave me an idea. Um, and I think it'd be a great idea to showcase certain things, certain people throughout the year. So if you like what you're seeing here, you know, hopefully you'll share it. Hopefully you'll tell your friends about it and you'll listen to it. But yeah, I don't know if what else I have to say today. And I'm hopefully going to have more information and coming up with some subjects and things like that. I will be doing food reviews again. I might even talk about them on here because I did food reviews. I did like Spyglass Ridge Winery, what's called over by Sunbury. Their food's really good. It's a really, really nice place over there. They got really nice people over there. That's a good one. I did the Indian Hills Golf Club, golf course clubhouse, whatever. When they finally opened to the public, they were good. It's a really nice, got a really nice view in there. What's nice is I get to see these places firsthand. I'll tell you about them, and I tell you to, you can take my opinion, but I encourage everybody to go to these places and form their own opinion. I got a good sense of humor. So, like I said, I can have guests on here. I've had guests on here before. I just I really want to help and I really want to be involved. And I'm glad that some of you trust me as your news source. Like everybody wants the mainstream, like, oh, leave it up to the experts. Experts? I don't understand that. Experts. You mean the ones with money? Oh, yeah, the ones with money. Because they've been so reliable with so many lies and stuff over the last how many years? Straight lies, straight bold-faced lies. And then they're all turning tail. A lot of them are turning tail right now. They're all eating each other. So, but if you could, guys, man, like, subscribe to the pages on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, here on Spotify. And make sure to share it out with your friends, man. Invite them in. Like I said, on Facebook, you can always go up to the top of the page where the little three dots, and you hit that, and it says go down to invite friends. You can always invite all, and then you can tell them about this, and we're going to start doing this again, guys. I don't know. I don't have the paid version of Zoom, so I don't know how many episodes they'll let me do from here, a month or a week. Pretty soon I'll have the paid version. I'm going to try to get some other software like Restream or stuff like that. But that's when the money comes. Whenever I get any kind of finances, I try to put it back into this business, is what it is, or back into the community for community events, because I'm going to try to have other community events, maybe some ornament painting for kids and stuff. Like I had the pumpkin painting for kids. Gonna try to have a peanut butter egg contest, things like that. Man, showcase people's hard works, man. So I hope you guys liked this episode. For now, I'm just gonna get off. It's gonna be a short one. Some of the other ones might be a little longer. I think I can only do 45 minutes on here. I definitely haven't been on here for 45 minutes now. But always make sure to support your local businesses. Support your local fire companies too. Everybody always asks me how I have time to do this if I work. I work. I do. I work a full-time job. This is my second job. I also help other people out on the side, and I also have a personal life sometimes. But they say, how do I have time? Well, ask a firefighter how they have time. Because in our area, they're all volunteers. They all have jobs, but they all drop what they're doing, get up in the middle of the night when you need their help. The same thing, I make time for what I love. They love helping people. They have a call of duty. Firefighters are some of the, especially volunteers, any volunteers in our area are our greatest asset. And I like to showcase them too. We're gonna try to figure out all kinds of things that are gonna be on here. It's not gonna be one thing or another. You're just gonna hear me talk. And like I said, maybe we'll have sports players on here. Maybe we'll have musicians on here, artists, firefighters, new business owners, old business owners, anything like that. Sorry, you got to sit here and look at me if you're watching the video version, but It is my page, guys. I mean, so. But thanks for tuning in, man. And remember, you can always like and subscribe on the Facebook page at facebook.com/Coal Region Discontent. You can also go on the YouTube channel. I'm on TikTok. It's a little different on TikTok. I don't know if I'm gonna still be using Rumble. I have Truth Social, but I don't really use that. I have Getter, but I don't really use that. I haven't been able to get on X yet. I haven't done that yet, but I will be going on to there and maybe Parlor. I don't know because you never know. You just never know. But yet, you guys, in order to make your dreams come true, in order to do something, you have to do it. You have to take the first step forward because fear and procrastination is the biggest killers of dreams. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I really hope you liked it.